Okay. Oh, take this down.
Well, this is one I kind of just threw in there. I was out last Sunday taking some photos, and there really wasn't a whole lot to take photos of. And one of the things was this stick. It was covered in ice, and it looked kind of cool. And I thought one of the challenges I put to myself was, let's try and make an image out of even something that you've out of nothing, basically. So this is actually a stick with frost on it, taken into Topaz and Photoshop, and this is what came out. So just
I like it.
Yeah,
really
nice.
bizarre, amazing. I mean, honestly, it was like a pencil, just like this pencil, with frost on it, and this software is just doing amazing things.
Now, did you use some kind of twirl filter or something to get it to?
Sorry?
Did you use some kind of twirl filter or something to get that?
Yes, there was I used the twirl feature in Photoshop.
Right.
Twist it around there.
Nice abstract.
Yeah. The colors are quite nice too.
Yeah. Now the colors are part of the Topaz, one of the Topaz things in there.
Oh, okay. So probably some of their textures and overlays. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
But yeah, it's just amazing what you can create from nothing, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Very nice.
Yeah, thanks. So other than that, so that was a bit of a challenge. Like I said, that there was really not a lot to shoot from, and trying to make something out of not all of the images, but some of them that you would have just kind of thrown away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got some bits of texture in there too. Oh, let me get my little pointer on. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
Sorry, I'm late, guys. Alan, could you tell me what that is?
If I told you what it is, you would never guess what it's started. Can you see my pencil, my pen?
Can I see your pen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was a twig out in the bush, and it was covered in frost, and that's what it ended up like. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So should I have shown you the before and after?
Yeah. Well, if you got the before, maybe you can upload it while we're talking. And
okay. Once we're finished here, we'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll round back and look. All right. Let's move on.
So this is. I really like this image. This is maybe we should go to the next one, Sandy, and you can see that one a little bit better.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
So this is a little town south of Calgary. It's called Nanton, or east of Calgary. It's called Nanton. And as you can see, it's grain. They're grain elevators, and they've been disused for a long time. I think there's some kind of museum now. But what they did, which was rather unique, you can see the blue and the yellow there, and what they were trying to emulate was the Ukrainian flag as kind of support, which is really cool. And anyway, I went down there at night. It's about half an hour outside of Calgary, and got some nice reflections in a puddle. So.
Nice lighting on the train car too, though, Alan.
Yeah. Now I did a few different variations of this, and one was a kind of a darker image, and it was very kind of mysterious looking, and I really preferred that one. But I just thought I'd show you this one. It's a little bit more brighter and more alive, I guess.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like this reflection a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, the ribs in the train car almost look like ripples here.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fun.
So the next one is also from that area. So this is obviously a reflection in the puddle.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Huh.
And the white at the bottom right hand corner is the reflection of the moon. So
oh,
Huh.
wow.
so and then of course there's some little bits of ice and stuff.
That was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Good idea. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like a reflection. If you hadn't said it was a reflection,
Yeah.
it's so clear.
I really like this image. I really do. Now I'm thinking of printing this on metal.
Mm-hmm.
I think it,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Pretty nice.
Have you looked at it the other way around?
I haven't.
Yeah.
No.
Almost looks like Starry Night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that ice along the edge and stuff?
It is ice. Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
You know what ice is?
Yeah,
I put it-
Drink.
it's been a while,
I've
but
heard of it. I've heard of it.
I put it in my drinks, Alan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You wouldn't be putting this in your drink.
Yeah, have a little mud.
Anyway, it's a cool thing for this little town to do.
Very
Bit
nice.
of support
Yeah,
for
definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
this.
Oh, sweet.
This is my my grandson got a new puppy, so we went down to see him, and his name is Luke, and yeah, I just thought I'd throw him in there. I thought it was a pretty good shot of a little dog.
Beautiful. I love the background. It's so complimentary to the dog.
Yeah, and he's a live wire. Kind of hard to get him.
I'll bet. Now, did you add some blur to the background?
I added a little bit to it, not much.
Yeah, just
Just blur to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And in this case, I kind of like the aura that you're getting from the dog.
Yeah.
From the blur. Yeah, that's kind of
Mm.
yeah.
Did you mask him, Alan?
I did not. No, this was this. I think this was just in Photoshop. This a couple of weeks ago, so I can't quite remember exactly what. I think it was just in Photoshop, and I just blurred it out a little bit. It wasn't. It was already quite nice.
Mm.
And, now sometimes you don't have to do it, I guess. Yeah, I liked a little bit of light around the edges of his ear.
Mm-hmm. Did you send it to your grandson?
Yes, I did.
I bet he was happy.
Oh yeah, very happy with him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Got his nice new tags and collar, and he's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, indeed.
We got some Gerber daisies, I think they are, from the store, and I put on I forget which lens this was. I think it was a 105 macro lens, and I set up a flash unit to the side, and what you're actually seeing around the edges is some of the reflections. You know, that plastic film paper that you get around these bouquets?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this is some of the effects of that plastic around the edge of the flower. So again, it was in topaz, and I just put on one of these impressionist features there and took it away, masked out the center of the flower.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice.
Yeah,
Sorry?
I like you bringing back the detail in the center. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I like the background, how the background came out on it. It's that plastic film added a little bit of a, I don't know if you can see it. If you look at the top left-hand corner, it almost looks like, like that old effects that you can get from glass, old panes of glass.
Yeah, exactly. What do they call that? Flow glass or?
Well, it's the float glass, but there's the imperfections of that old.
Mhm.
Glass.
Yeah, I see a lot of it in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's the color is obviously right in your face, so
Mhm.
pretty nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
Good.
All right. Well, I'm moving on. Maybe you can upload that pencil twig.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's go to Don.
Now I took the bus trip that the camera club took last week to Bisbee.
Oh,
This is actually shot in Lowell. This is that Chevy pickup there as you come in. It's got sets there beside the building on the right hand side, kind of across from the Breakfast Club area.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat cars there.
that's pretty cool.
And I took it into Photoshop and brought it to where I wanted it, and I took it into Neo and did some lighting and structure on it. And toned down. I had to take a brush and tone down above the Chevy sign. I couldn't get that to come down, so I took a brush and toned that down a little bit, and added a little bit of texture to it.
That brings you right into that logo.
Mhm.
Oh.
Like the way that rust patina drips down the side.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I'm just wondering if, let's go into, I guess we can go into Neo. If edging that rust up a little more with detail or structure or both would, well, that's not what I want. Get back here. Guess we'll meet. Open it from here. Hang on 1 second. Try it this way. There we go. Okay. Let's just get into detail here. Yeah, crank it up a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little structure. Or more than you had. Yeah, I think that just gives it a little more edge.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was, I did some of that and I thought maybe it was too much.
Uh-huh. And then, you could selectively take it off, areas you don't want it, like maybe the
okay.
that sort of thing. Or you could just paint it in where you do want it. It's kind of the nice thing about having these reverse brushes. You can just kind of bring it along where you want it. That's weird. I'm painting up here and it's showing down there. Right? That's very weird. Huh. Let's clear that and try it again. See what happens if we go down here. Well, now it's working. No, it's still off. I'm painting here and it's showing down there. How strange is that? Anyway, wow. Yeah, well, guess that might be a little bug. All right. Anyway,
Yeah, I get the idea now.
you got the idea.
Yeah,
Okay. And maybe a little more vignette. You know, you can do multiple vignettes
Okay.
with this deal too. So, you know, you can kind of do one maybe like that. And then you know, go to something else and then come back and, you know, do another one if you want, maybe a little smaller, not too much. You know, because then you got your original one. Yeah, you've got them both here now. See, that's the current one. See, now with Neo, it stacks them so you can use multiple versions of the same effect, and then you can interactively kind of go back and, you know, play around with it. See how it works out for you. Anyway,
okay.
just a thought.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is if you go down to here, it gets rid of everything you did above it, which is kind of odd. Unlike Photoshop, where you pick a layer, it keeps everything else on. All right.
All right, thanks.
The next one. Yeah, sure. Okay. So
This is a back alley in Bisbee.
mhm.
I took that, I got to where I wanted and took it into Neo again. And, done some structure and lighting on it, and then added a golden hour sunlight to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fun.
That is so cute.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah,
Nice color.
yeah. It's
I like the dog under the stairwell.
Yeah.
In his doghouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even, when I took the picture, I didn't even see that. And I started out, it was kind of dark. And I was going to take the garbage can out, and that didn't work. And then I seen the dog.
I like the garbage can there.
Yeah, I do too. I decided to leave it in.
Really
Yeah.
cute. There's so many things to see. I keep discovering more things, like the design on the staircase.
Yeah,
That's really interesting.
Yeah, there's just all kind of stuff going on in there.
Yeah. Did you discover this on your own, or was it part of the?
Yeah, I was just wondering. Actually, I'm wandering down the same alley that Wendell was down with his picture of the gate and the all the elves or whatever it is, the winged objects that people that he took a picture of. It just kind of crossed the alley from that.
yeah. Yeah, I guess that was.
I mean, who would have thought to go down an alley that would be so, have a building that was so interesting?
That's where all the character is.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah, fun. I like all the wires too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
And this is just another spot there in Bisbee that I found.
Yeah.
I like the doorway. And, I softened all the graphics and stuff. I softened them up. It was pretty harsh, and I just went for a softer effect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doorway certainly adds another dimension, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Bisbee
And there's
is
two
a little-
layers in that
a little
doorway.
trippy.
There's another wall that you come into, and then behind that's another wall. You can see where
Wow.
the dirt is there in the right-hand corner of the doorway up on top.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Trippy little town.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Looks like a magic mushroom above the door.
Yeah.
A few.
Yeah. This looks like
Flyagar, I think is the mushroom. But yeah, it's used in shamanic rituals in different parts of the world.
Yeah, I lived in Bisbee for 16 years.
Really?
Yeah, so
Wow.
that tells you something about me.
So were you into drugs or smuggling? Because somebody told me those were the two
Probably smuggling. Yeah.
biggest enterprises in Bisbee.
You can guess.
They're funny.
This gal here, I took her picture. Well, it's probably been a couple of years ago, 3 years ago now, up at San, or San Javier, but when they had the Indian festival up there. It was a windy day, and she kept grabbing her hat, trying to hold her hat on. And I just, when she was holding it there, her tattoos caught my eye, and so I just took a quick shot of it.
She looks like she's got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a mustache.
Too. I thought it was a guy.
You've got goosebumps in Arizona, that's trouble.
Yeah, really. Must have been cool windy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know about, I first thought of maybe toning this background down a little bit, but I think you're going to lose the separation if you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can try it, but might be back to where you started. Maybe this corner a little bit, but
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, let's take a quick look. We got time.
Really cute.
That down. Yeah, let's just. Let's go grab a linear. Try something like that. Start with maybe highlights and exposure. Yeah. Thinking maybe we just warm it up.
Doing something funny to her hand.
Well, yeah, we'll get that. So I'm going to want to subtract and use a brush, and then make sure auto mask is on. Just kind of, didn't look like it worked too well that time. That's the only thing I don't like about undo. It'll undo the whole thing.
Oh.
Brush and everything. Okay. But yeah, you just take it.
Yeah,
off.
that's better.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like she'd been playing in the mud. Isn't that funny how it does different effects on different parts of an image?
Yeah. Anyway, do a little better masking, but I don't know. That might be a little too dark. Yeah, maybe just a little bit, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it does make it better.
Yeah, there you go.
Pulls your attention, yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
Sure.
Oh,
And this was in Bisbee again. This is in the city park. It's actually bleachers, cement bleachers that you can go up and sit down on.
Yeah.
And there's big board games in concrete in front that the kids can play on. And to the left of that is a kind of like a clamshell for concerts and stuff. And this was just a seating.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What's in the pots at their feet? Can you tell?
I couldn't tell. I mean, there was what writing was there. I couldn't make out.
I wonder what that would have looked like from an angle, so that you could see the seating.
See the seating? Yeah, didn't think of that. I was more interested going straight on with it.
It's
I
pretty
think
unique.
those were pots that they used to keep themselves warm while they were underground.
Yeah.
So you think these are miners then?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I had no, I thought maybe it was some kind of military.
Yeah, the buttons kind of look military, but
Yeah.
you're right, they probably are miners.
Yeah, maybe it's their lunch buckets.
Yeah, that
That's
could,
possible.
That
Yeah.
is possible.
Yeah.
And the ones that's got the lid on kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have any fast food restaurants down there.
Oh,
No. And the shadow keeps messing with the perspective because it's just this little side you see here, but with the shadow, it almost looks like it's a big, you know, like shaft of
yeah.
it's sticking out, but it's not. So you can see the repeat here from the lighting. It's got it.
And that the guy on that outcropping here, half his face was completely
Yep.
gone. It was just blank cement. So I took the clone and filled it in so it from about his neck on up was pretty much gone.
Oh, wow.
Tried to fill it in so it didn't look like a hole in the wall.
Oh,
Nice.
You did a great job.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Wow.
that works out well. Yeah, I like the linear quality of the steps and the shadows here. Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
All right. Did you get that yet, Alan?
it is, yeah.
Let's see. See if I can find something new. Oh yeah, today, here it is. All right. Let's load these up. So before and after.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, come back here. There we go.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And you did that just in Topaz?
No, it was it was mostly in topaz to get the colors and the background.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took it into Photoshop and did the twirl effect in Photoshop.
Mhm.
Very nice.
What we got?
The crystals themselves are an interesting shot.
oh, yeah. Huh.
Well, that's what made me look at it initially.
Uh-huh.
But you know, when it's just on there and it's on, there's something missing from it, I thought.
Mhm. Yeah, nature's
Pretty
amazing.
cool.
Stick, that's what I call it, stick on ice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ice on a stick. That's it.
There you go. Okay, let's go to Jim Bowman. Thanks for uploading that, Al.
Yeah, welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, so this is just a wall in Tucson, and I overlaid it with a night scene. So that was it.
Wow. Lovely effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
so
That like a topaz night scene, Jim? Or?
No,
No?
just I toned it way down, obviously, so I could get the night scene to come out more.
Hmm.
But it's pretty much as is.
I like the way you've got the
Yeah.
hotter part of the galaxy or Milky Way up in her eye there.
Yeah.
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 Pretty neat.
To me, it looks like a face
Excuse me.
reflected in the.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Mhm,
another
it
face.
does.
Yeah, there is another face in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, now I see it.
It's the man of her dreams.
Perfect.
Oh,
And I think I know where that is.
Ooh.
Oh, antelope.
Yeah, Antelope Slot Canyon.
Yeah.
I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
So again, not much I've done with this except for to just play around a little bit with the colors. But it was mostly, you know, well, you'll see another one later, but I like the colors of this.
Mm-hmm. I wondered if you put a little enhance on it in Luminar, what it might do. Let's take a quick peek here.
When were you there, Jim?
Well, it was before COVID, just before COVID.
Yeah, it's about when I was there too. Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, it looks like you've got light streams coming down. I like that.
I'd do that and maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just.
Yeah, Maureen, if, you know, all the light is coming from the top.
Yeah.
But when he did that adjustment, you could see the streams of light. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems a little washed out to me. Whereas I think now it's got a little more going for it.
Yeah, very good.
I like the colors that you chose because those are cool colors, and they're normally more the orangey, warm colors.
Yeah.
I like that treatment.
Let's see what the structure over there. Yeah, you can.
You can tweak it.
Yeah, you can have some fun with it. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, and probably the same with this one.
Yeah, this one was a little bit different and had more sunlight, direct sunlight on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of different. The other one was darker, depending on where you are in the slot canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Nice.
So I went to Africa a few years ago and got these. This was in Kroger.
Kroger National Park, yeah.
Yeah. And so just was an interesting scene of them drinking water, and I like the water coming down from their
I do too.
Yeah, that and the drooping wrinkles and skin. Yeah, I think that's a nice combo.
Mm-hmm.
And then the repetition of the tails. Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys can see the little guy down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I guess it's a whole family of elephants.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
They're all quite unique too. I mean, if you start looking at the faces, they're all very different.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go.
So this is obviously, what do they call it? Mitten Butte.
Yeah.
You know, the famous Mitten Butte. But I got this just as the sun was setting. I let it stay on for a while because I was not getting enough to register on the face of the mountain. So I let it stay open for probably the shutter to stay open about maybe 20 minutes.
Oh my cow.
And by then the sun had gone out, but I went back and then put back in the sun and blended the two, and it kind of worked out good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then did you add the stars as a separate thing, or did that?
No, that was there. In other words, the stars were actually there on the first, I guess, call it impression, or my first well, exposure.
Exposure.
And then it just, but then as I kept on waiting and waiting, they got brighter and brighter and brighter.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. That's a special place, isn't it?
It sure is. Let's see, we get all those, yeah. All right. Yep, I've been, what, 3-4 times now, and it's just different every time. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
Thanks, Jim. Okay. You're up, Maureen.
This is, again, the SCA event they had. I went to a week ago, Saturday. And I liked that there were so many things going on in this picture. I did crop a little bit off the right, and I cropped a little bit off the top and the bottom. I had originally cropped the two guys way to the left off, and then I put them back in. I thought they just added a little bit of balance there and dimensionality. And the thing that I thought was so cute is behind the guy that's kind of like with the white shorts there in the middle is the Lord and Lady. And the lady has a person that goes with her with an umbrella. So you see the umbrella there to keep the sun off of her. Or parasol it is. I'm sorry, not an umbrella, it's a parasol.
Okay.
So I took it into Topaz, and I did one of the impressionistic treatments on it. Then I took it, well, when I do this, I always make a copy of the original. So then I took the original back into Topaz and did that one that's chalk something or other.
Right.
With all those swirls. And then I overlaid it on top and put it as a, the mode was soft, and changed the opacity to, I don't know, maybe about 50%. And I just liked what it does to the fabrics, adding all that texture onto it. It just, I don't know, it just makes it look more like it really was taken in olden times and not, you know, a week ago.
It's a nice effect. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I stumbled on that with many versions of another one that I did, and I just think it turned out pretty cool. And I was fortunate that they had lifted the mask mandate just before this event, so people were not wearing masks. There were a few that were, but mostly not.
So what's this guy with the shorts doing? What's going on there?
You know, I think what they're doing is they're talking about doing the next round of sword fighting.
Oh.
And so I think the group, the three guys were talking about, I guess, order, you know, who goes first, second. The guy on the left, I don't know, but he was intensely listening. And I just thought he made the composition.
Yeah.
You want to know what he's doing. You want to know, because he's pretty keyed into what they're talking about.
A character with the shorts.
Yeah, but his boots were wonderful. They were period boots. So often when I'm taking photos of these guys, they'll have on tennis shoes, you know, or something that's definitely a modern shoe. A few of them did have nice period type shoes on it. It kind of ruins the whole effect. This guy has a watch on, and doing this treatment doesn't make it look so much like a watch. It just looks like some kind of a bracelet. Yeah. But he had a digital watch on.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
What do you think about this bright area up here?
That is because I changed the hue on the background. And it turned it more that green, especially when I put the topaz treatment on it. That's a big white tent there that I had to kind of take down, and I did some painting over that.
I'm just wondering if maybe you blurred this line a little bit and then desaturated that a bit.
Okay.
Just-
Okay.
just- my eye just keeps going up there.
Well, you know why? Because there's
Right.
no other, that color doesn't appear anyplace else.
Yeah, and it's so,
Yeah.
so vivid as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, you could quickly do that. Oh, you could even just do it in Camera Raw if you wanted to.
I did this one rather quickly to get
Get
in time.
Just before I started looking for my password.
And I was late uploading and I didn't know if you'd take them or not. So
Yeah.
I personally liked the green
Mhm.
when it came up because I'm a fan of greens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll leave that. But
Yeah.
it did come out in the.
You could even just desaturate a little like
Oh,
that.
I like that
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was the mask interactive.
Mm-hmm. Much better.
Yeah, and then once you have that, you could just go in, and if you want to break that line up a little bit. You can
It was actually the sky.
right. Yeah, there's a number of ways you could break that line up. One would
Yep,
be,
you're right.
one would be to just take a clone brush and just grab a little area just below it and put it on like maybe 1, 10%, just kind of, just scrub it.
Yep, I do the same thing when I paint. You always break your lines.
Yeah.
I never thought about that one.
Yeah.
I was just disturbed because it was so white and so
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
And such a big structure, but I didn't want to take it out.
Right. Then the other option would be, to just blur it, but I think just scrubbing it lightly with a.
I like that. I like that effect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay.
And this is another one. I'm assuming they were husband and wife, and I asked if I could take their picture. And I like their flags behind them. But there was a truck back there, and you could see the windows in it, and tire, and 2 people behind them that I had to kind of clone out and play around with to get them out of the picture. And I did this in Topaz with one of the impressionistic features, but I did not put that squiggly one on top of this one. I wanted you to be able to see their clothing and their face clearly. So
Yeah, they already got squiggly lines in it.
yeah, in their garb.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that works nicely. Maybe a little vignette or even ramp down so it's a little darker back here.
Can you say that again? I couldn't quite hear
I'm
you.
sorry.
Right.
Yeah, maybe either a little vignette or ramp down a little bit here.
Okay. I did put a vignette on it. But the problem is I cropped it, and boy, when you put the vignette on it and you go back into Camera Raw to vignette it, it goes back to the original size.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And it's hard to do it. And it does that also in when I bring it back into Topaz.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it is kind of, that spot right there is pretty bright.
Yeah. The other thing I guess you could do is just,
I did have to lighten their faces because they were in shadow.
Right. The other thing you do is just get a big brush, really big, something like, maybe not quite, somewhere in that range, and get a new layer. Pick something, maybe this brown, and then make it really dark, like almost black. Just then get down to maybe 20% or so, and kind of I would probably make it maybe bigger. 40 to 60%. Maybe use even a bigger brush. There you go. I wonder, do I have my, oh, I see what's happening. Make sure your hardness is off. let's
You could, you've got another layer, you could just change the opacity.
Yeah, I'm going to do that anyway, but I wanted something a little smoother.
Yeah, it's a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, you know, you can kind of work that in, and then just, you know, see what blending mode works best for you. Yeah, maybe multiply or
No,
even,
but I'm thinking that this couple, I told them I would send them the photo, would want to really see their crests.
mm-hmm.
In the
Well,
background.
you could go back in and you know, just add a mask to that.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. Yeah.
And then you know, bring that back a little bit, like there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Nice.
bring back what you want.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Now this one I spent days and days and days. And I did desaturate the clothing and the background. The clothing was pretty bright. And then of course the photograph was very detailed. So I had, I put 2 layers of texture over the top of it, and I still didn't like it. So then I took it into Topaz and did that same process. I processed them in one of the impressionistic filters and then turned around and did that, the one that turns out all squiggly on top of it. And I left more of it on because I love what it did to the armor and the pants. I tried to put a shadow underneath their legs, and I fussed and fussed and fussed with it. I don't think it turned out as good as I wanted it to, because I wanted them to, you know, look more like they were in that scene.
Yeah,
I put several gradients on it. Like I said, I probably have 20 versions of this one.
Yeah. Well, judging by the lighting, it's probably coming from about here, this way. So the shadows would probably be more down this way.
Okay, make them down a little bit.
Yeah, and get rid of
instead of behind him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come across this way a little more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that image would look amazing with just the guy on the left on his own there.
Oh, and see, I was taking a picture of the guy in the center, and this person was next to him. And that's a woman, by the way. And I left her in because I thought she was really interesting.
Yeah, she almost missed the picture more than he did.
Yeah,
they're in 2 different time periods.
Mm-hmm. In fact, when I first looked at it, I was thinking of moving her over and having him more this way instead of being in the center. But yeah, Al, that's a good idea. Just
say that again.
Originally, I was thinking of moving the 2 of them over so he wasn't so centered and she was more like in this area.
Mm-hmm. I put him there because he's covering up people that are at the back of that hallway.
Yeah, well, if you get rid of them,
I could clone them out. I could clone them out.
Just move her over.
She's far more interesting in her garb.
Yeah, it just looks right. This guy in the middle doesn't look as if he belongs there for some reason. But
yeah, he's like in the 3 Musketeers era, and she's more Middle Ages. In her garb. Yeah.
I think part of the reason he looks foreign is he's a little bright.
Yeah, too much color.
Yeah, I would knock him
down.
Too
much color,
Too much color and too much brightness.
I did. I knocked the color.
I
guess I should have showed you the original. He was really bright. And then I had to reconstruct his entire elbow of the arm that's bent because it was in shadow from another person on the other side and gone. It was black. So I think what I'm hearing from you is ditch him.
Yep.
Just stick her.
Yeah, move her over a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily keep her in the center, but I'd move her over a bit.
Yeah.
She's slipping into the shot. I'd keep her.
She looks apart. She looks apart there.
Yeah, she's a fighter. She's a sword fighter.
Yeah.
She's one of the guard. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
Thank you.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
I like the setting you had.
Oh, thank you. It's actually Versailles.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it seemed to fit kind of the time period.
Sure.
And these are my friends who belong to SCA. So I took a picture of them out on the grounds of the park. I haven't showed it to them yet. I have to do that. So I think they'll enjoy it. It's something that you don't take pictures of yourself as you get older. And then you don't have anything to remember what you looked like and what you were. So I said, you guys get over here. I'm going to take your picture.
Nice.
That's it. That's all, folks.
Yeah, you can just take a little gradient ramp on this side and, so it matches a little better.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah. And that's probably all I do in that one. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Steve.
These are just waterworks.
Very cool. Looks like molten gold or something.
A small solar powered fountain and a bird bath against the Arizona sky.
Oh.
Nice.
And what speed did you shoot that at?
That one was probably, let's see, it's going to be up around 4,000th of a second.
Wow. Very nice.
So it's a high ISO and high shutter speed.
Don't have much grain. Did you
softened it up a bit, Sandy?
Yeah. Okay. It almost looks like the bottom half of a torso of somebody or something.
Yeah. I first thought it was ice, sort of like Alan's.
Yeah.
Wig.
A couple of them look like there was abominable still pictures in them, faces.
Yeah.
Eyes and the face, especially on the left, about halfway up.
Yeah.
Did you try it with some different backgrounds?
No, I was just shooting against the sky, Alan. I mean, this was a very shallow depth of field, obviously.
Right.
And it was just the day.
Yeah.
So out in the backyard playing.
Yeah.
What do you think is causing that beautiful gold brown color?
The house behind me.
Oh, okay.
Or it could be part of the wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Good idea.
Let's have a look. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I thought it was like molten gold or something. A metal.
Definitely playing that warm and cool.
Yeah, I was pleased with the effect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. Got a little sun flare in there.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you can get, isn't it? It's just amazing.
Yep. And one-offs, Alan, all over the place. Never to repeat, never to be repeated.
Oh, that's true.
So that's just one stream going up and falling down?
Yep.
Oh.
And what's the water source?
A little solar-powered fountain for the bird bath.
Solar powered. Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now this
Very
is
interesting.
profile.
It's like a person, yeah.
Head garb, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Excellent. Excellent.
I think I like the solid color sky better.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was getting different times of the day, Marie.
Yeah.
I could have replaced the sky, I guess. But I was just shooting at different periods. So this, the clouds were moving in and moving out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy here is probably the winner.
Yeah, I like that one the best.
Let's see, we got another one here. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
I had one other one in there, Sandy, that I was bringing.
Yeah, I know.
That was the one I showed in Wendell's
the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the color version. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like this better.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I like Yeats's Second Coming so much, I wanted to put it into a graphic layout.
Very nice.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was going to land in the middle of your sequence or not, so I didn't open it.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I think you were commenting last week that the rocks needed a little bit of color. And actually, the rocks had some green and browns in them, so textured them up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I prefer this one.
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks.
Sure.
Very nice.
Speaking of Wendell, I guess we're up to you.
Thank Earl.
These are all mined out of a couple years, 4 years ago, steampunk.
Oh, when they had it at Old Tucson.
Yeah. And I'd taken this picture of this lady and used it for a black and white, but I do it with a little different crop. Had to get away from her midsection because she had a whole bunch of identifying tags and stuff hanging around her neck, I guess because she's a member of or something. But I always thought this was kind of a strange combination of her huge weapon, and yet she looks quite peaceful.
Don't let it fool you, Wendell.
But I look at all the stuff on it, and she spent a lot of time, or somebody did, making this thing. It looks like a cardboard shipping tube of some sort.
Yeah.
And all that. But I wish I'd talked to her a little bit. I would be curious to know what kind of job she might have. A kindergarten teacher or something.
Might be a surgeon.
And she ships posters.
Yeah.
Anyway, just one of the many strange scenes you see at steampunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I hope they come back.
Yeah, well, yeah, that, well, maybe with Old Tucson getting a new lease on life, maybe they will.
That could be. Yeah. Weren't they at Westward Look or one of those big resorts one time after they closed Tucson down?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think they had it up there, and then we got COVID, and of course nobody's doing anything. But yeah.
So that's closed down now? Oh, Tucson?
Oh yeah.
Been closed for a while.
I think they'll be reopening this year sometime, though, Alan. I think.
Yeah, it's been closed about what, 3 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess Pima County did get some agreement set up with some sort of a
Yes.
theme park company that is going to open. I don't remember if it said how soon they'd get to it. But
I thought the Kirchners invested in that.
well, they did it.
Well, they have their own.
Yeah, I know they have their own, but I thought yeah, they might be behind this revival in Tucson too.
Yeah,
Thought I read that somewhere.
That'd be neat.
it'll be nice when it's open again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My granddaughter used to work there. And when she was going to U of A, she'd spend her summers there.
Oh,
She
okay.
was a saloon gal in a dance hall type of thing.
Oh,
Yeah, a long time ago.
anyway, just the Photoshop work. Now, this one is also old Tucson, just in the back lot. And they had some neat old buildings over there.
Mm-hmm.
But this, all I did was went in, used topaz line and ink, filter on it. And it nice definition to the wood. And then well, I had to straighten it up a little bit in Photoshop and then put a topaz frame around it. Kind of fit the color.
Did you put that line ink topaz filter and then back it off maybe quite a bit?
I might have backed it off a little bit on this one.
But not significantly, huh?
No, it's
Interesting.
not that strong a one as some of the others are as far as distortion, but it does make a crispness, I guess, to the line.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's like a postcard.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you. Then the next one is same place, just different buildings. Now, this one is a topaz filter, touch of dramatic.
Mm.
And I did a little playing around with it. I lightened up some of those panels on the right side of the window, or darkened them rather. They were a little too bright. But and I replaced the sky to get something a little more interesting. But otherwise, it's pretty much a great conversion.
I like the angle that you shot it at.
Nice.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's just to the left of the previous picture. But anyway, the thing came out pretty good. There weren't many people around, so I was able to get it without modern looking tourists.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. And the frame, of course, is topaz. I'm finally learning how to make use of those.
Yeah.
I've
Definitely.
never tried that yet. Should look into that.
Okay, this was one of the participants at the steampunk, and I liked the whole effect of her, but I did not like all the blank area of the adobe bricks in the upper right corner, but I wanted to leave her left arm in the picture, so that kind of stuck me with the big blank area up there. So this is a topaz wistful winds filter, which darkened the upper right corner somewhat with a nice purplish shade.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of improved it a little bit, I think. But otherwise, I just liked her blue hair and her wings. So
She's got a crown.
yeah, yeah, crown of thorns or something up there. Can't tell what it is.
She's like a fairy queen.
Yeah, I guess that's what she was. But,
Wicked fairy godmother.
she's got her umbrella in her right hand, and then she's wearing her funny fingerless gloves.
Yeah, kind of a fairy godmother you don't want to piss off then.
Death by umbrella or something. But anyway, just another one of the strange people you see a steampunk.
I like your framing on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well this
Very
again,
nice.
Topaz
Nice color choice.
Yeah.
did get the pinkish purple tint to it.
Mhm. Yeah, I like the thin frames too. It doesn't attract as much.
The only thing I don't like especially is I can't widen the mat relative to the frame. I know there's an adjustment, but I'd like to
They have a ratio slider in there for frame mat.
yeah,
So
but it always still I'd like a little more matte all the way around. I guess that's just a preference, but I can't quite get where I'm going.
because I think you can switch back and forth between either frame or matte too, Wendell, and that they have
maybe.
sliders there.
Yeah.
So you may be able to adjust the mat on its own.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what you do is you do the mat only.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is then, probably because.
Yeah, or you could do the mat only, take it out and then bring it back in and add the frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or do the frame as a separate. I don't know if you can do it as a separate look or not. I haven't tried that. You know, in the effects. But
Play with that a little more. Let's see.
I wonder if you could save the frame as a look and the mat as a look, and then you could just add them separately on top and work them independently. I don't know. That's a thought if you can't get it where you want it.
Yeah, I haven't used those looks things, so I'd have to see how that works. But anyway, yeah, I'll look at maybe operating them separate. I did do the colors of the mats separately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is just another one of the play things I did that took far more time than I should have.
Looks like Major Tom.
And the astronaut was one of the characters at the steampunk.
Oh.
So it's multiple layers, of course. I've got him in there, and then I've got from the new Photoshop Sky filters or backgrounds that I was able to put in there, which worked nicely. It even put some stars through the clear helmet. And then I used some of the stars as a backup layer on the left in that oval or round port. But I was just trying to get a picture of an astronaut floating outside of a space station. That's why it's blurred a little bit.
That's pretty cool.
Works by, but anyway, this was one that what I've done here didn't take so long, but the 2 or 3 false starts I had on it took a lot of time that I threw out. So, anyway, just another fun thing.
Oh yeah.
Not fine art exactly, more closer to cartoons.
Well, they can't be fine art, Wendell.
So, anyway, that was about all of it that I did, all in Photoshop.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. You try ramping these with different ramps to get a little more depth. I think we talked about that at one time, especially this bottom one, you know, kind of go dark to light.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And add some depth to it.
Mm-hmm.
That might help.
Yeah, I could easily do that because it's a separate layer.
Yeah, you can even do it after the fact.
Yeah.
You know, then kind of blend it as darken or multiply or whatever you want to do. You know, you could just, it's just, I think there's a gradient right here. Yeah, that's just.
So Wendell, while you were talking, I went into Topaz and looked, and you can adjust frame and mat ratio, but then you can go down into mat itself and adjust the width of the mat. So I think if you play with it, you can get whatever you want out of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because the mat I had on there was narrower than I would like. So, okay, I'll go do that.
Yeah, so you could, you know, you could do something like that.
Now, where did you get the picture of the person, Wendell?
Oh, that was just some character at the steampunk.
Oh, okay.
He was all dressed up. And he was upright when I took the picture. I just tilted him for this.
Yeah.
I really wanted to show him kind of twirling around, but the Photoshop rotation blur thing is far too strong. So distorting all his features. So I had to just use a little motion blur.
Yeah, so once you've got your gradient, you know, you can open it up and then click on the gradient itself, which brings this down. And then, you know, if you play with the color, you can, nice thing is it's somewhat interactive. So, you know, you could even just kind of cool it off a little bit. You can kind of see how it works for you. You know, maybe something like that could work out. And then you get this little diamond here, which feathers it out back and forth. Well, it looks like it's a pretty thin area. And once you've got it, you can take it and change your blend mode. You could even do something like dissolve, you know, if you want to put a little texture on the floor. And then just mask out the areas you don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the mask. I'm just going to use the brush real quick, but you can do line art or something to knock that out. Well, we can do that real quick. Just, yeah, do something. Something like that. Invert it and then fill it with black. There you go.
Oh.
And you can change it, you know, so how dark you want it, and so on. Of course, I didn't quite hit that mask right. Since you've got these in layers, you can just, you know, tag it to the layer by holding down your Alt or Option key, and
that really gives it some depth.
Yeah.
Made quite a difference.
Yeah, you can do the same thing with the sides.
Mhm.
Do them slightly different.
Okay.
All right.
Very nice.
Let's see, is that the last one of yours? Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, I was playing around with my 105 macro again, and I found Heliacon software for stacking rather than using Photoshop. Seems to work pretty quick, like 8 to 10 45 megapixel images takes about 30 seconds.
Whoa.
to align them and blend them. Where in Photoshop, you know, you can go have lunch and come back sometime. Yeah. So
How many images was this?
this was actually 5. I started with 8 and then realized I didn't need that many.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is in camera focus.
Yeah, this is the in-camera one where you just focus on the closest area being here, and then just push it down and it just rolls through to the back.
Yeah.
Pretty quick. Yeah, Yeah, that was a 1/125th. I was using my old light box, and I found that if I wasn't syncing around 120, it was giving me bands of lights and darks from the cycling of the fluorescent tubes.
Oh.
Yeah. So 120 was probably the cycle rate. Because I tried 60, it didn't do it. Yeah, I got the 120, 125th. I couldn't get
125.
Yeah, it works pretty good.
What
Then
was the name of that software?
Helicon. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Helicon Focus. And it works in Mac or PC. And they also offer one that'll work in your phone, or I think you can tether to a regular SLR. Anyway, they have a few solutions there. I'll see if I can, well, here, if we go to.
Is it fairly expensive, Sandy?
I think it's probably around $175, $200, somewhere in that range. Yeah, here, let's just hit this question mark and it'll take us to their website, I guess. And yeah, Helicon. So let's see here. Go back. No, I guess.
Right underneath the picture, Sandy, where it says the latest version is available on their website. I don't know if that would take you there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. There we go. So it is Helicon Soft. So here's the software. These are the downloads. Let's see if we're going to buy. Yeah, here you go. So you got Light, Pro, and Premium. So no, actually, it's Lifetime is the more expensive version, but they give it to you for a month for free, so you can see if it fits your needs, and then you can decide if you want to do a year or just buy it. And I think this remote is the one that does their tethering. And I believe the one of these, either the Pro or the, here you go. This gives you the idea of which has what. But yeah, this remote, I guess, works in the Pro and the Premium. So check it out. Yeah. Anyway.
Cool.
So that's what I used for this guy. And then I was reading a little bit more about using my iPhone 13 in macro and decided to just play around and see how that looked. So that's that.
Wow.
Oh,
Very nice.
Yeah. And it doesn't carry the depth of field of one shot, but nothing does really for that kind of work. But I imagine you could manually focus and stack that too if you wanted. And I've been shooting in RAW on the phone. The newer software lets you, the newer iOS software lets you pick RAW on the camera, which is nice. You don't need an extra app to do it. So just a couple things just walking around.
Was that your iPhone too?
Yeah, this is the iPhone.
Wow.
The iPhone 13, yeah. Yeah, I left this info up so you guys could see what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so these are the 13s. There's the settings. That's the ones it's using. And this one as well. On the Okatia, they're starting to bud, I guess, from some of the water we've been getting.
Yep. Beautiful picture.
Oh, thanks. And then this was just a little further back. One of the cactuses. And then these are older ones. You can see this is an iPhone 10. Oh, Santa Fe. It's one of the fences on one of the walkway, streets. This is just up in the forest somewhere. Yeah, this is iPhone 10 as well. And this was on the side of an old building in a ghost town near Estes Park.
Mm.
Yeah, this goes back, iPhone 6, this was a while back. Just kind of like the way that was, it's kind of fungus, I guess.
Yeah, looks like old cowboy boots at the top there.
Yeah. And a door up in Wyoming somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
It's iPhone
That's
7.
cool.
Yeah. And just push the cool up a little bit so it give that warm, cool contrast.
I wouldn't have expected to see a Yale lock sign in the center or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure that was retrofitted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only giveaway.
Yeah. And this was in a
Oh, that's
museum
cool.
in Dallas a while back. I just liked the starkness, and I just lined up and gave it a little more perspective by tilting my phone, a little forward and getting over it. Lining up at the corner a bit. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, these phones are amazing. Yeah.
They really are. Yeah, let's